This is the way it sets up. Everything on this has been rebuilt. All the screens, new carpet, new miner's moss. I've got this set up inside the trailer as I had places where I would go and I could just pull down into the stream and not have to take the dredge off the trailer. I do have the pontoons. If you want to stick it back on the pontoons, you can. Everything bolts up, including I've got this expanded jet so it can lay down in shallow water. You get a lot better suction. But you can take the jet and hook it directly to the flare or the header box up front and still operate it like a normal dredge off the pontoons. This is a brand new motor. It's electric start or pull start, so if the battery's dead you can still start it. Simple. It runs. I can't start it for you now because you don't want to run that motor with the pump dry, otherwise you'll burn up the pump seals. So I've got all the connections that are either cam locks so that you can quick connect, or T-handles for the clamps. So I have brand new suction hose, foot valve. It's 8 foot with a brand new foot valve on it. I have brand new pressure line from the pump to the flare. Again, all with cam locks, easy connections. With the hose, I have this is about, with the extension, it's about 30 feet of brand new 5-inch suction hose. I've got a bullet on here where you can flip this locks, flip the thing out, and for rock jams you can take this out real easy, run your rod in there, and it's got a brand new nozzle on the end of the hose. It's got really easy, you can turn it whatever way you want. You can also move this handle for a second handle on the clamp. That's what I usually do. On the back of the trailer, so if you're going to use the trailer like it is, I've got the jack so that you can adjust it so that you get the dredge level, and you can do that with either side. And then the pitch is on the front jack on the if you've got to take it off your vehicle. Like I said in the previous vehicle, this trailer's all been rebuilt, all new lights, all new wiring. It's got buddy bearings on it for water. This dredge is set up to catch fine gold, and I'm going to show you in another vehicle or another video that this is a spotter mat. Gold will come there. Gold will migrate from it. That's why I have the wire mesh and the carpet. But it will usually pool if you're in a hot spot right here, and you'll also see it across different things. And I've got it on both sides, as you can see. And then this wire mesh is set up for the real fine material. What happens is your your large material comes into this header box, crashes down on top of this plate, and then all your small stuff, 1/8, 3/16, goes through and divides into both boxes, flows out through here, the real small stuff, and then all of your fine gold is going to be in both of these two sluice boxes. Now, as far as the large rocks, it comes crashing down on top of this, rolls out across this. Anything 3/8, 1/2 inch or smaller falls through the screen and goes and gets hung up in the miner's moss. And then we have, for anything bigger than that, you'll catch your 1/2 inch or bigger right here. And then if you really get some really big nuggets, I left these original from what the original design was from Keene in place, so that you can catch larger nuggets, and it works. I'm going to show a video that we caught the same dredge. I got 3 ounces in 3 hours, and it's set up exactly this way. So when you go to clean out, you just come down, you take a tub. I've got these little cleats underneath here so that you can hook your tub up underneath there, and you can hold it with one leg, unsnap the screen, lift it out, and take your miner or the carpet out, rinse it out in your tub, rinse out your sluice box. And then what I do is, you can either put it in, if you don't have a lot of water, just put it in a 5-gallon bucket, or I take the tub over here while the dredge is running, and I'll pour it out up front here in this other one and stick my tub back, and then that'll get rid of a lot of sand and black sand, and yet it'll still keep the gold. The gold's going to fall out. You're not going to lose it. And so same thing with the center. You take your tub, click it on the cleat, unsnap your well, you got to take the screen out up here first. Take that, and it's 2 snaps. Take the screen out, set it, wash it off, take the snaps off, take your large expanded metal out, and then you can pull your miner's moss out, wash your sluice box out, rinse your miner's moss out, and again, put it in a bucket. When you're all said and done, all of the clean out will not, if you do it correctly, will not fill a quarter to maybe a third of a 5-gallon bucket. So the concentrates on this, it really does a good job. And this is completely set up for fine gold, and a lot of gold has been, I've got a lot of gold from this triple sluice setup, and I wouldn't use any other design. It's by far head and shoulders above anything that you can do. We've proven it even with a 6 and an 8-inch triple sluice. It will outperform on fine gold. It will outperform any dredge that you can buy on the market, and that's why we designed it this way, and because we catch a lot of gold. I was up in Nome, and you'll see a video clip of it, and I caught 3 ounces in 3 hours, and about 1 ounce an hour. The only reason why I couldn't stay in the water longer was because I had the wrong boots, and the water's cold, and I didn't have hot water. My feet were getting numb, so I had to get out, and I got 1 ounce an hour, and it works. I really don't want to sell it, but the doctor has told me that I have to give it up. I can't dredge anymore. And he told me that right after I got this completely rebuilt. And so I built it for me, and so that one person can break this down and clean it up and load it up, and you don't have to have a winch, you don't have to have two people. It helps, but you can do this by yourself. You don't have to have another person to put it all together, or to break it down and put it away. Now the dredge is, I don't know if you can see it or not, it's bolted down to the trailer with 6 bolts, 3 on this side and 3 on the other side, and nothing's changed as far as the design that goes on the pontoons. You can take this dredge and put it back on the pontoons. If you get into water over 3 or 4 feet, you can put it on pontoons and set it back up just the way that it was designed for, but it will still catch the fine gold. I mean, it is a dynamite machine. So I will I'm going to sell this for $5,000, delivered within a 600-mile radius of Arizona. And first one that gives me a call and sends me a deposit, I'll be happy to deliver it to them. So good luck. Okay, now you can see what I'm doing. Today is a pretty good swell, but I can deal with it. I'll walk out there and show you the box and everything, the water running in a minute. You can see where my hose is going to, which is right about where that piece of metal is sticking up out of the water there. That's the line that I'm dredging, just out of this sand and gravel, down about 2 feet. Okay, the material comes up out of the hose, up through this jet, into this, what we call a header crash box, goes in and it splits, actually drops through a punch plate, and it splits to each side, and then the big stuff, because it can't go through the punch plate, rolls out on top here, and all the big material goes out in that center box. But lately, I've been catching as much gold in that center box as I have the side boxes. But right now, all you can see is sand. But the gold usually pools up right about in here. So later, if I can remember, I'll get either a picture or a video of that on both sides. The other side gets more than this side, I don't know why. Anyway, there you have it.
Day 2 in the same spot, and did even better. That is one heck of a pile, and just bleeding into the moss. I'm sure it's hard to see in the camera, but lots of gold. This is even better this time. Nice pile there at the glare of the sky, and it's focusing on the grill. But wow. And then this side, lined up and packed up. Got some pickers. Got some big ones. A couple nice pickers right here. Good gold down here even. See it all streaking all the way down.
So even though we went through it already in the video, I show you all the new stuff. I'm going to run through the list of everything that was replaced with brand new equipment. And starting with, this is a Keene 5-inch triple sluice dredge. I put a brand new 13 horse Predator motor on it. Keene PHP 500 pump. It has 30 foot of 5-inch suction hoses with the quick connect. Has a brand new 5-inch nozzle. It has 8 foot of 3-inch suction hose for the foot valve with the T-handle clamps. Makes it easy to take it in, on and off. 3-inch foot valve to go on the end of that. A new 3-inch pressure hose to the jet from the pump with cam locks on both ends. Inside the dredge, we got the V groove spotter mat on both sluice boxes on the sides. The rib carpeting underneath the 3/4 inch expanded metal, both side boxes. In the middle, we have miner's moss underneath the brand new 1.5 inch expanded metal ripples in the center box. As far as the trailer goes, we have new 10-ply tires on both sides. Both of those have buddy bearings. It has all new wiring, all new lights, tail lights. It has a new aluminum diamond plate decking. It has new safety chains on when you hook up. It has a brand new 2-inch hitch. It has new crank jack with a wheel in the front, and it has the 2 new jacks on the back for leveling up the dredge. Like I said in the video, I want $5,000 for the entire package. That includes the pontoons, the frames with the pontoons, the trailer, everything. You'll send me a 50% deposit. I'll deliver it to you anywhere in a 600-mile radius from my location. If you have other questions, leave the comments underneath the video, or if this is in an ad, you can go ahead and call me, and I'll try to answer all the questions that you might have. I look forward to seeing you.